Hey radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Debbie is the top trending topic today. Tropical storm Debbie, downgraded from a hurricane, but still a very dangerous tropical storm, bringing historic rainfall throughout the week to many parts of the Southeast, specifically Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. So,
and also bringing cocaine to people's doors. Did y'all see that?
Cocaine?
No. Yeah, bricks of cocaine being washed up in on the beaches in Key West, worth over $1 million.
Get out of here!
And it said some good Samaritans had let them know. They picked up one of them, called them the authorities to come get it. God, it'd be so tempting though if it's just in a storm and a big block of cocaine washes up and you could sell it to somebody, or you know somebody who could sell it.
I was gonna say, what are you gonna do? A block of cocaine washed up in your front door. Who do you know that you go to and you're like, hey, I got this block of cocaine. What do I do with
Riggins?
Yeah.
No,
I don't know. I don't know how to sell it, but I can find somebody who can sell it.
But the thing is though, is that it had the markings of wherever it came from, the group. And so if I'm the Good Samaritan, I got to make sure that they don't say one syllable about where that came from, who turned it in. Yeah. Because I don't want the cartel coming after me. No, especially after I just lost everything in a storm. I don't need that.
The problem with Debbie is now that it's a tropical storm, it's not going to move. It's moving very, very slowly. And that's why they say it's just sit in one place and churn and dump water. So they're expecting a lot of flooding. They say potentially historic flooding throughout Georgia and South Carolina today. So please be, that affects a lot of people in the Ace and TJ radio family. So please be careful today. Be just extra cautious.
And let's pray for them.
Yeah, amen.
Absolutely. All the peoples.
For sure. It's the end of an era. Billy Ray Cyrus has finalized his divorce from Fire Rose. The quote, "the insane scam is over," is in the headlines today. So I don't know if he's implying that he got scammed. Well, he is. I mean, that's why he's asking for an annulment. He says he married her under false pretenses that she wasn't revealing the truth of who she was. But now Billy Ray is free to sow his oats, or whatever they say, live that wild life, whatever Billy Ray's up to.
Whatever Billy Ray wants to do, man.
Exactly. So, and then just a quick update about Zac Efron. Yesterday we were talking about Zac Efron being pulled out of a pool after what his representatives were calling a minor incident. Now they're saying that he dove into a pool, bumped his head, and inhaled water. He had water in his lungs. But he was, released from the hospital just hours later. I mean, that's a devastating. I mean, I think like 60% of spinal injuries are caused from, pool incidents, specifically diving into the pool. So it is if this is true, it is remarkable that he came away, relatively unscathed.
But I can easily see, because we were speculating yesterday, how did he get back so fast? I can see how that could happen. They take him to the hospital and realize, hey, he's fine. He checks out okay. Let's just send him back.
Looks like he could afford a deep pool, though.
Well, maybe it was deep. He just was in the wrong portion of it.
Well, it wasn't his pool. He was at
he was slumming
in Spain or something, right?
Okay, yeah.
So, God bless Zac Efron.
Sure, yeah.
Thank God.
Good man.
Absolutely. Those are just a few things that are now trending.
All right, so we now have the proof as to why. Wait, what's today? Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday.
Okay, yeah. So it's we do have proof that group therapy on the Ace and TJ show exists. Sorry, I'm an hour ahead. And a day ahead.
So don't worry. We'll do group therapy. It's two friends. Only one knows there's a problem. She needs your help. Come to me next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Got something special for you tonight. Group therapy coming up in a second, but we got to tell you about this first. Tonight, it's the TJ Fanaticos experience on our Facebook page. 7 Eastern?
Yeah. You're killing it.
So TJ will be live on our Facebook page tonight, 7 Eastern, for the weekly Ace and TJ experience tonight, the TJ Fanaticos experience.
It may not be the best therapy, but it's free.
You need many years of therapy.
This is group therapy on the Ace and TJ show.
Two friends, very good friends, have a problem. Only one of them knows there's a problem. This is today's group therapy. A lady DM'd us, my best friend of about 2 years is wonderful. Her family is wonderful. Our families get along great. She is truly someone I can count on unconditionally. We love her and her family dearly. And she has what she calls her quote unquote signature scent and uses a laundry enhancer, especially with this scent. It is, all caps, so pungent and smells horrible to me and my family. It is, all caps, so strong that if my kids go to her house, it takes about 3 washes to get the smell out because her home, cars, etc. all reek of this smell. You literally can smell it if you're standing outside of her home. When her kids come to my house, we ride in the car together, etc. That smell is on, all caps, everything, and it lingers for days. It is so strong that most of our other friends don't want to be around them anymore because of the smell. Let me clarify. It is not like a body odor smell. It is a heavy perfume, bug spray, chemical smell. Her son is starting middle school this year, and I'm afraid he's going to get picked on because it is so strong. Even if people love the scent itself, it is just so strong and so overpowering. I would never intentionally hurt her feelings for anything in the world. The only person I've talked to about this is my husband. It's not like we're advertising how we feel. I do not want to lose her friendship, so do I tell her or not? If I do tell her, how do I even start that conversation without it hurting her feelings or embarrassing her? Help. I'm completely open to suggestions.
Well, it's probably going to embarrass her no matter what.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Because basically you're saying you stink, whether you stink of too much perfume or whether you stink of the BO, just saying that you, your house, and your kids all stink.
Boy, and I thought of TJ immediately reading this because that's one of the things that you've always talked about is that heavy, perfumey smell and how bothersome it can be to somebody. People forget about that as compared to even body odor.
I probably would rather be around somebody with the BO than somebody who's overly perfumed.
So
I would not.
First things first, does she say anything?
I wouldn't. But then again, I like to avoid conflict.
Just continue to live with this smell all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's worth breaking up the friendship.
Yeah,
You don't want to lose a friend over that.
if you can't breathe through your nose around people, what you supposed to do?
I mean, you don't think she should. Nobody thinks she should say something. Hey, this is driving me crazy. I feel terrible. I've got to talk to you about it.
Maybe recruit one of her family members or something, like a sister or somebody that you can talk to and say, have you noticed that? It's not my place to say, but if I were her sister, I would say.
That's a good idea.
What about getting your kid to say something to her?
Or maybe the kid has to come home being made fun of. That'll do it.
Maybe that'll do it. So at the Ace TJ show, should she say something? And if so, how does she do it? We'll get your answers next.
This is the Ace and TJ show.
Our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies, is here, and you got a lot of pressure on you right now with the credit card debt. Let Richard help you. What are you going to do?
We're going to skip summer and make payments in the fall. How about that?
Nice.
And the best part about it is they're going to do that using the equity in your very own home. All you have to do is let Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies walk you through the process. It starts with one free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Group therapy today is very simple. The lady has her very best friend. She loves her and her family unconditionally, but there is a smell that this woman loves. Not a body odor smell. It's a heavy, quote, perfume / bug spray / chemical smell. And she said it's pervasive. It's everywhere. When the woman's kids ride in her car with her, they can smell it. And when her kids visit their house, it takes 3 washes to get the smell out of their house. She says she feels like she has to say something to her friend, or maybe not, because she's worried her son, who's starting middle school this year, is going to be made fun of. And other friends don't want to be around them anymore because the smell is that strong.
Maybe she should inquire and see if her friend has a medical condition where her sense of smell is dulled.
That's actually a pretty interesting concept. That could be a part of the problem.
Because I know a woman who can't smell anything. And she said that it came in handy with a husband and 3 sons, but she can't smell a thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good idea. But everybody on the show decided, I don't say anything. It's not your place to say. Just let it go.
I wouldn't.
Radio Family, however, strongly disagrees. Overwhelmingly, if it's your best friend, you say something. Now, all female. For example, Charlene said, be honest. Tell her the amount is way too strong. It's like if someone has pets and gets nose blindness to the spell. Remind her little is better. She might get mad, but give her time. Mickey said, if she's truly your friend, she will appreciate you for bringing it up. Greta, just tell her the smell itself is nice, even if you stretch the truth. But there's just so much of it. Sue Ellen said, it may not go as badly as you think if you just explain it to her like you did to us. Nobody likes to be told their zipper's down, but they like it better than not knowing and everybody talking about it. I mean, overwhelmingly, the female members of the Ace and TJ radio family say, yes, that's your best friend. You should say something.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm just saying I wouldn't be able to. I probably wouldn't. But you should.
And I do think you're going to have to just go to her and say, hey, look, you are my best friend. I love you. I would do anything for you. I, value this friendship beyond anything else in the world. That's why I feel I need to tell you something, because I'm concerned.
Oh my gosh. It's almost like an intervention. This is a gift. Yeah. I mean, holy cow.
Well, you've got to go over the top because you're about to bring the hammer down. So you got to hey, I want to stress to you how much you mean to me. I need to share to you how important you are to me, because I'm fixing to embarrass you in the next 4 words.
Could you do it this way and just walk in her house one time and go, oh God, what is that?
Ooh, girl, you've even gotten stronger with that stuff.
You spill some cleaner or something?
You done gone nose blind. Woo!
You say,
my eyes are watering.
Go the opposite way, Rob, and just point it out like, oh, what kind of accent did y'all have in here?
You got to pretend like you've never smelled it before.
Man, did somebody throw a bottle of perfume at somebody else? Miss?
Yeah. So there is a well-known person faced with a moral dilemma, which begs the question, what would you do? Because let's face it, times are hard and it's easy money. Next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and he's all about options. That's what you're always saying. I got options. Options?
The options are to get the equity out of your house at the most cost-effective way that's going to save you the most amount of money, paying off credit cards, home improvement, whatever you want to do.
And that's one of the reasons you would use the Richard Toccato Companies instead of a bank, because they give you so many options. And it all starts with one free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
And don't forget, every day you can download the podcast. If you missed any part of the show, you can download the podcasts wherever you download podcasts, or at the Ace and TJ app. You can always stream the show live or throughout the day, which wouldn't be live, but it would be throughout the day. It was a great explanation I just gave. But 24/7, you can stream the show, whether it's on the Ace and TJ app, Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. So there's no reason for you to ever miss a minute. of what's happening with the Ace and TJ show. You knew this was going to happen. So here's the moral dilemma of the day, because let's face it, times are hard. What would you do? Be honest with yourself. French pole vaulter Anthony Ammirati is the pole vaulter whose name you might not have known, but you know the Battle of the Bulge that he faces every single day. I thought that was pretty witty. You didn't like that, Riggins? I thought that was pretty sharp. Anyway, he's the French pole vaulter that brushed the bar at the Olympics and everything. Well, he's got a big money offer on the table. Here's the moral dilemma. There is a particular adult site that has offered him $250,000 to do one 60-minute webcam show where he exposes himself to the world. Now, obviously, it's very unlikely this will happen. They know it's unlikely it will happen. They're seeking publicity.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't mention who it was. But, I mean, we're giving it to him. But anyway, it's an interesting dilemma. 60 minutes, $250,000, one time for 60 minutes. He has yet to respond. The offer was just made yesterday. So, you in or you out? Riggins, would you do this? 60 minutes, 250 grand.
If I'm him,
Yeah. What if you're you?
Yeah, if I'm me, obviously, yeah.
You would do it?
Yeah, but I don't know what opportunities there are for pole vaulters after the Olympics.
Okay. But you would do it. Somebody comes in and says, you're Riggins of the Ace and TJ show. I want to see you do 60 minutes. I'll give you 250 grand.
Sure.
Okay. Take D-Rob?
Yeah.
You would? Yeah. Okay. TJ?
No.
You're the outlier because I would do it.
I need that money.
Yeah. I'm with you, Rob.
I do too, but, you know, I don't want my kids being, and my Aunt Tina and all of my mama being privy to that information and knowing that, and knowing their friends at church probably went and looked it up and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's on them.
Yeah, I need that money. I don't need this dignity.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Rob. My dignity is,
but
the price is dropping.
How many times have you said that sentence without the first part of it, though, Rob? Just plain, I don't need this dignity.
Yeah, $250,000 for 60 minutes. He has yet to respond. I mean, and they know he's probably not going to do it.
He's also a little busy. After 2 weeks after the Olympics, he's like, when things start to slow down, he's like, you know what? Let me see let me go check my email. See if that.
But how do they make him an offer? Do they go to his people, or do they just put out a statement on social media and says we would offer him, and then they call that an official?
Yeah,
offer?
I think they've probably
he
put it
probably
out on
doesn't
social
even
media.
know there's an offer yet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's too busy partying now. The Olympics are over. So, Riggins and now trending. The hottest trending topics coming up next.
Live on your radio and anytime you want us, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and you got a lot of pressure on you right now with the credit card debt. Let Richard help you. What are you going to do?
We're going to skip summer and make payments in the fall. How about that?
Nice.
And the best part about it is they're going to do that using the equity in your very own home. All you have to do is let Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies walk you through the process. It starts with one free 5-minute phone call. 704-800-4719. 704-800-4719 or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
So just a quick Olympics update, not too many details, but I know that the United States and China are tied right now in gold medals, although the United States has way more medals overall than anybody else, a lot more. But being tied with China, it's just like classic,
Yeah, I think it's 21 gold medals apiece.
21 gold medals. We have a lot more bronze. They have more silver, but we have like 20 more overall than them.
Big week coming up, though, for the U.S. in track and field. So
Sure, absolutely.
Hopefully we'll put them away this week.
Absolutely.
We got better tiebreaker.
I hate to always come back and say that I was right when everybody was hating on me for something that I jumped out and had the courage to say, but I was proven right that Simone Biles is way overrated. She's not all that she's cracked up to be. I haven't watched a minute of the Olympics, but I see the headlines and all, and she lost. Didn't she lose?
I don't
somebody.
know.
Well, she lost one particular event. She didn't.
No
she
need to apologize.
She got a bronze medal in one, and then she didn't win the balance beam.
Yeah.
It's the only thing she hasn't gotten a medal in that she's participated in.
Right. So, like I said, she's way overrated because she was supposed to win gold, and every time she walked into the arena with that dog, they were supposed to give her a gold medal, and they haven't. So
you were right all along.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Try again, Simone. Loser.
Too old. Some better news. Yesterday, Wendy's announced a $1 Frosties for the remainder of the summer through September 15th. So, if you're a Frosty fan,
Okay.
$1, sure.
What flavors do they have now?
Strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate, I believe.
Okay.
Usually the vanilla's gone when they have another flavor.
Say it again?
Usually the vanilla one is not on the menu when they have a flavor like the
Okay,
strawberry.
yeah.
They can only handle 2 flavors at a time.
All right. The other one is like a strawberry berry flavor, I believe. It's not ticking the box for you.
Hey, as long as
so
I got
$1.
chocolate, I'm in good shape.
Yeah, I mean,
I love that
I'm not
chocolate.
looking
That
beyond
chocolate Frosties.
Chocolate
Spectacular.
Frosties,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Come on.
And then Harrison Butker back in the news, the controversial kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. He is now the highest paid kicker in the NFL. He has a new contract for $25.6 million over 4 years, including $17 million guaranteed. So it's not a bad time to be Harrison Butker. I mean, he survived the sort of the media onslaught that he was dealing with and then came out with a fat contract, $25 million as a kicker.
Yeah.
He's really good at his job. Yeah.
He's really good.
The most important part of that, though, was it $17.5 million is guaranteed.
Right.
So now that he's signed, if something happens tomorrow and they said, well, we don't want you anymore, they still owe him $17.5 million.
Yeah.
That's always the key number. What's the guaranteed money?
Not bad.
It's fantastic.
Kick
Good for
a ball.
him. Yeah.
Former Carolina
fun.
Panther Harrison Butker.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. So, and then
Rub it in, Rob.
Yeah, they let him go. They lost that one.
And then Tropical Storm Debbie, still the top trending topic today, bringing historic flooding to parts of the Southeast, including Georgia and South Carolina, making its way to North Carolina later this week. So, very dangerous storm out there. But those are just a few things that are now trending.
A very, very reputable source close to the Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez situation knows why they're getting a divorce. So all the speculation can be put to rest because this source is going to tell us exactly why they're going their separate ways. Coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show. Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin. Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
It's Tuesday, so every Tuesday night we do an Ace and TJ experience on the Facebook Live at 7 Eastern, and that will go down at 7 Eastern tonight. It's a TJ's Fanaticos Ace and TJ experience. So I'll be hosting, and I may even already be in my pajamas.
Oh,
Hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
And I don't wear pajamas, so you may get some clavicle shots tonight. So Facebook, the Ace and TJ Facebook page at 7 Eastern tonight. Please come and join. It's a hoot and a half. You don't want to miss that. Okay, so Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, the divorce rumors have been going, and it's getting more and more every day. It's more serious. Are they? Aren't they? Well, we have the answer now from a close source, a reputable source named one Mr. Suge Knight.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, the L.A. Rap mogul, Death Row Records creator, Is he in prison still?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Convict, inmate. He says that Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez are divorcing because the FBI showed Ben some videos of J-Lo doing some freaky stuff when she was dating Diddy 25 years ago. Videos that they supposedly got when they raided Diddy's mansion. So he's saying when the FBI raided Diddy's stuff, they found some videos, and then they were like, "Ooh, we got to tell Ben about these videos of Jennifer Lopez."
Girl.
But here's the thing.
Hello, FBI.
He said this on a podcast that he does in
he
prison.
He does a podcast
What are
from
prisoners?
prison.
Why, how's he doing a podcast from prison?
Yeah.
He probably got a better studio setup than we got.
Now,
Oh, no doubt.
but
man.
here's the thing. I think I said, Ben Affleck would have to be off his rocker to want to actually be married to someone who chose to be in a serious long-term relationship with Puff Daddy, Sean Puffy.
How long did they date?
I said that, and now
years?
Suge Knight is telling, he's just basically saying that I was right on that.
Yeah. Turns out you were right.
I mean, he's the one that gave her the name J-Lo, which she said years and years ago to stop calling her J-Lo, but nobody did. I did. I respected it. The only reason I called her J-Lo a minute ago is because I was reading from the story. Because, I respect her enough to live up to her wishes, which is to stop calling her J-Lo.
I mean, she's just
Now,
Jenny from the
Ben Affleck, her husband, not only does he have to be, reminded every day that at probably the lowest point in her life, she was with Puff Daddy, that now everybody calls her J-Lo, a nickname he gave her, and then the FBI is calling him over to look at videos and showing some crazy stuff she was doing with Sean Puffy Daddy. I mean, that's more than a man can stand. I'm telling you.
Man, I hate to be the one to dance. You got to take a look at this.
How unprofessional.
Have you seen it? Yeah, we've all taken a look. We've all seen it.
I mean, it'll come out in the Senate hearings when they're questioning the FBI about that raid and everything.
That's rough.
Mm-hmm. And then whoever called Ben Affleck from the FBI will probably get an accommodation. So Suge Knight, thank you, sir. Thank you.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and you got a lot of pressure on you right now with the credit card debt. Let Richard help you. What are you going to do?
We're going to skip summer and make payments in the fall. How about that?
Nice.
And the best part about it is they're going to do that using the equity in your very own home. All you have to do is let Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies walk you through the process. It starts with one free 5-minute phone call. 704-800-4719. 704-800-4719 or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show.
Well, there is a man in Iowa named Dave Bennett that says that pole vaulting guy that everybody's talking about can step off. Okay. Because he now has broken the record for the world's largest eggplant, if you know what I mean. Dave Bennett's eggplant is 28 inches in circumference.
Okay. What?
And it weighs 8.3 pounds. He's been growing eggplants in his yard for about 5 years. And he just enjoys it. He doesn't even eat them. He likes growing them, and he hasn't gotten his plaque yet from the Guinness people, but they have told him that it's official, that he does have the world's largest eggplant, if you know what I mean.
In this case, you mean eggplant.
Exactly.
But not to eat it? I mean, what? For the joy of growing? I kind of understand gardening, but wouldn't you want to grow something you're going to eat?
Yes, of course
man.
I would. What is it about growing eggplant that makes it that special to him?
I love eggplant, if you know what I mean.
Fried eggplant?
Any eggplant. I like it when it's not quite ripe, when it's a little firm eggplant, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Or I like it if it's, just about to go bad and it's, soft, a little squishy. I just love it. In Louisiana, it's a delicacy. Eggplant is, it's not a delicacy, it's a staple in the Louisianians' diet.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Everybody loves eggplant, if you know what I mean, in Louisiana. We can do magic with it. We can have it 1,000 different ways.
Can't get
make
enough
it good
of it.
and make
Cannot
it good.
get enough of it.
And then there's a guy who made a quick little video as he was going to sleep. He just wanted to let everybody know how you can tell when you've really got trust in a relationship. And I think it's very profound.
I don't know who need to hear this, but if your girlfriend trusts you, you ugly.
Oh, that was it?
That's it. If your girlfriend trusts you, you ugly.
I mean, what else do you need it to say? I mean, she's to the point.
It's pretty blunt.
Yeah, because if you could get other women, she wouldn't trust you.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't really think about it like that.
So you're saying an attractive person will never be trusted in a relationship or should never be trusted in a relationship.
If you're completely trusted in a relationship, then your partner thinks that you can't get anybody else because you're ugly.
Ouch. I've had plenty of girls trust me. Devastating.
It's kind of depressing.
Devastating.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey, we're here once again with our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies, and there are a lot of people in credit card debt right now. I mean, the credit card debt is hot. Now, Richard is the guy that could possibly be relieving you of that credit card heat.
That's right. Let's cool you off for summer. Ooh. No payments till fall and get rid of all the credit card debt. Ace, we paid off $67,000 with the extra equity that everybody is gaining in this market. Literally, she is saving $1,326 a month. If you have credit card debt, get rid of it. Take the pressure off.
This is a member of the radio family who is saving $1,326 a month, all using the equity within her home, all because she called 704-800-4719 and let Richard show her how it works. Or you can also go to homewithrichard.com. But again, you've got the money right there. Let the Richard Toccato Companies help you. 704-800-4719, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
People who assume that just because someone is very educated, like a college professor or something, that they're smart, doesn't mean that they're smart. That's not always the case, because sometimes things come out, if you stop and look at it, and it comes out of university, it's not that bright. Mm-hmm. For example, PhD, somebody who has a PhD, that stands for Doctor of Philosophy, right? Okay. But if it were Doctor of Philosophy, it would be called not a PhD, but a DOP.
A DOP.
DOP. Yeah. Not PH period D period.
Is that some kind of thing maybe the Greeks used to do or something?
I don't know, but Greeks can be dumb. Especially those old ones. Those old Greeks. I mean, running around in their underwear, carrying torches and stuff. That never panned out, did it?
No.
But the P, if you're going to use the abbreviation of the initial for philosophy, would just be the P. You wouldn't need the H on it.
Yeah, right. At the very least, it should be DPH.
Yeah.
But
or just DP. If you don't want to put the O in it, of Doctor of Philosophy.
My official title's DP, bro. Sorry.
No?
Yeah.
But it just doesn't make sense in our world today that PH period dot D.
Yeah.
It's like Norm Macdonald, the great comedian, said that ID is short for identification. So the I stands for I and the D stands for identification. It doesn't make sense. It's not two different words.
So you're saying we should ditch the historic Latin use of the term. Okay.
And just say DOP. He got his DOP at, LSU. He's got a DOP from LSU.
Yeah.
He's got a DOP from Chapel Hill.
Doesn't sound as formal, though, as PhD.
Look, you want to be right or formal?
Life that way. I want people to think good things about me.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just saying school is starting if it hasn't already.
Yeah.
So when you kids get to college, then you make a stand and say, no, I'm sorry, professor, you do not have a PhD. You have a DOP. You have a DOP.
I would say, once again, though, TJ, you've clearly shown that when you're here, school is in session every day.
Exactly. Yes.
Riggins, what's coming up and now trending?
Updates on Tropical Storm Debbie, plus everything you need to know.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
It's been a debate here for years.
Does great furniture look good?
Or does it feel good?
Does it fit the style of the room good?
Or does it sit good?
Well, after years of debate
and years of research,
we've decided great furniture
is good fitting
and good sitting.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and get an Adirondack chair for just $279. In stock and ready to rock only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
All right, so just a quick Olympics update. Simone Biles finishing up her schedule, now wearing a boot. I guess nursing that injury that she's been dealing with. But really kind of a fairy tale story for her.
Oh, I thought it was a cowboy boot.
Just one boot?
Just that one?
Michael Jackson only had one glove.
Yeah.
That's true. He kind of made it a thing.
If this is the end of her Olympic career, she'd be 31 if she comes back again in 4 years to the Olympics, which she says is I'm getting kind of old, was her quote the other day. But she would be tied as the most prolific American gymnast of all time, I believe.
Yeah. She's amazing.
And clearly one of the greatest of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So she would be second behind former boxer Butterbean?
Yes.
Is that right?
That is correct.
Butterbean. That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
He was a gymnast.
He was?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Before he put on the LBs.
I think Butterbean just passed, actually.
He did?
I believe so.
Oh, Butterbean died?
I believe so. I could be wrong about that. Tropical Storm Debbie is the top trending topic right now, just dumping rain on Florida. And as it progresses through the week, making its way up through Georgia, South Carolina, and then eventually North Carolina, but downgraded from a hurricane yesterday to just a tropical storm, but a very dangerous tropical storm.
Yeah.
I believe 4 people have died thus far.
Yeah, the mayor of Savannah said they're bracing for historic flooding. And they're saying that throughout the region, it's going to be really, really bad as far as flooding, just because it's not going to move. It's just going to sit in one spot and just churn and dump water.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then just an update from a story we've been sharing all week that Zac Efron was pulled out of a pool while on vacation. Turns out he dove into a shallow pool, bumped his head, and inhaled some water. Water was in his lungs. So after a short stay at the hospital, he was released. But really scary incident. And there was, they were very tight-lipped about what had happened to him. But it sounds like he
gets rowdy and rambunctious. He's got that brother that looks just like him. doesn't he? And then they get out there acting all crazy, and he could have been, like playing chicken fighting or something in the pool, doing something crazy.
Absolutely.
It's just a little chicken fight. That's
It was
all.
dangerous.
Yeah.
I got to just quickly recap a major celebrity split that'll lead us into a question for the radio family. Coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So things are getting better for Billy Ray Cyrus, maybe. His divorce is official. That didn't take very long. I mean, the way they were talking about it, he had asked for the annulment, said that he married his wife Fire Rose under false pretenses, that she lied about who she was. And then there was all this drama about her using his credit cards. And then there was secretly recorded audio of him yelling at her.
Yeah. Quick question. Is it a divorce or an annulment?
I think it's just a divorce.
Okay.
I think it's just the straight up divorce. But yeah, and then we played the audio, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, and he's yelling at her and he's screaming and squalling. I mean, it was ugly. And then she accused him of being verbally abusive. Then he came back and said, no, she's being verbally abusive. I mean, it's just It was
trash.
It was, I didn't want to use the word, but it was just kind of trashy. And the way it all played out on social media and in the news, it was clear that both lawyers were going to court and then leaking to the press all the nitty gritty details of what they're doing. So the whole thing was just devastatingly trashy. But hopefully Billy Ray Cyrus can move. Is he a catch? I mean, he's talented. He's got money. He's the father of Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, but
I mean,
it depends on what you're fishing for.
Okay.
As to whether or not
Fair
he's
enough.
a good catch. I mean, if you're just, fishing for money and that sort of thing, then yeah, I guess he's got enough money to be a good catch with that.
He's got a little bit of money.
But you're also marrying into a dysfunctional situation if you're marrying Billy Ray.
Exactly.
He and Miley are estranged, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And she's made some comments in the press like, I got my ego from my dad and things like that. So it doesn't sound like things are great right now. But what's the worst way you've ever been broken up with? Hopefully it didn't happen on social media like this has happened. What's the most devastating way you've been dumped or broken up with? At the Ace TJ Show on social media. We'll get your answers next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to Bradham Brothers.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Have you guys ever been dumped in a really harsh or brutal way?
No.
No.
Good for you. The people of our radio family have been, and it's devastating. At the Ace TJ Show. What's the worst way someone broke up with you? Now, most of these stories are concise and to the point. Like Bree, she said, the worst way I've ever been dumped, I got it in a text message that stated, we just don't work together. A couple days after my birthday.
At least it was after your birthday.
After your birthday.
If he got you a gift, then that's a bright spot.
Yeah.
Still birthday week, though.
It seems like that part about the birthday is more important to her
the breakup.
than the text message that says we're just not working anymore.
But it would be worse if it were 2 days before the birthday.
I totally agree.
I agree.
Hannah said the worst way I've ever been dumped. My high school boyfriend broke up with me on Christmas Eve. We got back together a few months later, so I returned the favor by breaking up with him via Facebook Messenger.
Yes.
So clearly it was still on her mind.
There's a lady here who said, keep me anonymous. She DM'd us. I was working at a hospital, and the guy I was dating for 2 years was a cop. He came by and pulled me to the side and told me things were just not working out. Come to find out, we had a new employee that was starting the next shift, and that lady stated she was also his girlfriend.
Oh no, I'm also his girlfriend.
Yeah.
You. Amanda said the worst way I've ever been dumped. Well, I ditched my first husband in Hawaii when he went to the doctor, and I flew home to South Carolina, and he couldn't find me for 3 months. I guess I was the breaker-upper person. Yeah, you were, and that's horrible. You're on vacation in Hawaii. He goes to the doctor, and you fly back to South Carolina and avoid him for 3 months.
That's terrible.
Pretty bad. That's insane. It's pretty bad.
Well, but we don't know what situation. May have been a Julia Robertson sleeping with the enemy.
Yeah.
That old movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure. It's just like it's just like that.
Let's just go with that. We'll go with that. It's a good story. We'll go with it.
Now, you might think Ace is uncultured swine, but he is not that.
You might think that?
You might. I mean, I don't know. It's not right, but you might think that. But I'm going to prove you wrong. Coming up next.
I think my feelings are hurt a little bit.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and he's all about options. That's what you're always saying. I got options. I got options. What are the options?
The options are to get the equity out of your house at the most cost-effective way that's going to save you the most amount of money, paying off credit cards, home improvement, whatever you want to do.
And that's one of the reasons you would use the Richard Toccato Companies instead of a bank, because they give you so many options. And it all starts with one free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Don't forget, tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, TJ will be live on our Facebook page for the TJ Fanaticos Experience. 7 p.m. Eastern on our Facebook page. It's at the Ace TJ Show. Make sure you like the page so you never miss a new experience when we do them every Tuesday. TJ, are you excited for that?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I need to remind myself that is tonight. So I got to put that in my phone.
Make sure you remember that. We'll be live on Facebook at 7. Now, Ace has gotten into that wine over the last, I don't know, you were never, I don't recall you being a big wine drinker when I first met you.
No.
But it seems like in the last year, maybe 2 years, you've gotten into wine.
Yeah, it's all thanks. I'm not into wine.
Yeah.
I drink a lot of wine. I'm not into it.
You don't know a lot about the wine.
I'm buying cheap wine.
Yeah.
That's why, because it's cheap wine.
Or champagne, right?
Or champagne. It's all about the caloric intake. Thanks to my wife.
Well, I also know you're a fan of raw almonds and things like that. You try to maintain a healthy weight, and you look good. But did you know you're not supposed to pair white wine with nuts?
I don't do that.
Oh, you don't?
No. When I have white wine, I'm just having wine.
Women.
It's mostly what?
For women.
That's true. It's really just about the booze and then
just about having a drink.
Yeah.
Taking a little stress out.
Yeah. And you go through the whole bottle?
Not always.
Always.
Sometimes we're sharing a bottle. Sometimes I drink the bottle by myself. It's only 4 glasses. What's 4 glasses?
You
Not
sound
very
like
much.
You sound like an ex-girlfriend of mine. It's 4 glasses. Just buy the bottle.
Exactly.
Okay, fair enough.
But I'm sure I have had like some peanuts and stuff with them. Because I like nuts as a snack.
Yeah. Well, I just found out you should never pair white wine with nuts because that lets everybody know you don't know what you're doing.
Oh.
Red wine only, specifically a Pinot Noir, I think is what it's called.
So if you're going
to
to snack on any type of nut, you only can have a Pinot Noir?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pinot Noir from the Northwest.
Is that right?
And Napa Valley. Portland has a lot of good Pinot Noir. Not Portland, but Oregon. Yeah, the Willamette area, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, we're all learning together then.
Right.
I guess I am. What'd you call me earlier?
Uncultured swine?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that phrase.
That was it.
Somehow I thought the word buffoon was in there, but I'm relieved it wasn't.
No, just uncultured swine. You're fine.
I barely even drink wine.
Yeah, you're not a wine guy.
No. I mean, if you're just looking to get a buzz, just take a couple shots of whisk, man. Come on.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ Family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.